Bienvenue to my kitchen. Today, we're diving into a classic comfort bake that's perfect for breakfast, a snack, or even dessert. I'm talking about warm, fluffy, bakery-style blueberry muffins, bursting with juicy berries in every single bite. Forget those dry, disappointing store-bought versions. I'm going to share my foolproof recipe that guarantees perfectly domed, moist, and delicious muffins every single time. And the best part? It's surprisingly easy. So grab your apron, preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 C, and let's baking. First things first, let's talk about our ingredients. You'll need 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1¼ cups of granulated sugar, a tablespoon of baking powder, and a half teaspoon of salt. These are our dry ingredients. For the wet ingredients, you'll need 2 large eggs. 1 cup of milk. Whole milk works best for richness. A half cup of vegetable oil. And a good splash of vanilla extract, about a teaspoon. And of course, the star of tea, 1½ cups of fresh or frozen blueberries. If you're using frozen, don't thaw them first. Just toss them in straight from the freezer. This prevents them from bleeding all over your batter. Now, let's get mixing. In a large bowl, whisk together your flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Giving this a good whisk not only combines the ingredients, but also aerates the flour, making our muffins lighter and fluffier. This is a simple step, but it makes a huge difference. Now, set that bowl aside. In a separate medium-sized bowl, we'll combine our wet ingredients. Crack in your 2 eggs and give them a light whisk. Then, pour in the milk, the vegetable oil, and the vanilla extract. Whisk everything together until it's well combined and looks smooth. The reason we mix wet and dry ingredients separately is to prevent overmixing the batter, which is the #1 enemy of tender muffins. Overmixing develops the flourtons délicaton. We're aiming for that perfect melt-in-your-mouth texture. All right, it's time to bring it all together. Pour the wet ingredients into the large bowl with the dry ingredients. Now, here's the most important part of the entire recipe. Do not overmix. Using a spatula, gently fold the ingredients together until they are just combined. You want to see some lumps in the batter. That's perfectly okay. A lumpy batter is a happy batter when it comes to muffins. Stop mixing as soon as you no longer see big streaks of dry flour. A few small pockets are fine. This will take maybe 10 to 15 folds at most. Be gentle. Think of it as carefully tucking the ingredients together, not beating them up. Once your batter is just mixed, it's time for the blueberries. Gently fold in your 1½ cups of blueberries. Again, be gentle here. We don't want to burst all those beautiful berries and stain our batter purple. A few gentle folds are all you need to distribute them evenly throughout the batter. If you want to prevent your berries from sinking to the bottom, you can toss them with a tablespoon of flour from your measured amount before adding them to the batter. This little trick helps them stay suspended while baking. Now, grab your muffin tin. I like to use paper liners for easy cleanup, but you can also grease and flour your pan really well. Using an ice cream scoop or 2 spoons, fill each muffin cup about 3/4 of the way full. This will give them plenty of room to rise and create those beautiful high domes. Don't overfill them, or they'll spill over and make a mess. For that extra bakery-style crunch on top, I have a little secret. Mix 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar with a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Sprinkle this mixture generously over the top of each muffin before baking. This creates a delicious, slightly crunchy, caramelized topping that takes these muffins to the next level. It's an optional step, but I highly recommend it. Our oven is preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and our muffins are ready to go in. Bake them for about 20 to 25 minutes. The high initial temperature helps the muffins rise quickly, creating that signature dome. You'll know they redone when a wooden skewer or toothpick inserted into the center of a muffin comes out clean or with a few moist crumbs attached. But no wet batter. The tops should be golden brown and feel firm to the touch. The smell in your kitchen right now should be absolutely heavenly. Once they're done, take the pan out of the oven and let the muffins cool in the pan for about 5 minutes. This helps them set up so they don't fall apart when you try to move them. After 5 minutes, carefully transfer the muffins to a wire rack to cool completely. I know it's tempting to dive right in, but letting them cool allows the texture to settle and the flavors to meld together perfectly. Of course, they are absolutely irresistible when they're still slightly warm. Look at that! A beautifully tall muffin, a crunchy sugar topping, and a soft, tender inside packed with juicy blueberries. This is what a perfect blueberry muffin should be. And there you have it! The most amazing homemade blueberry muffins you'll ever make. They're so much better than anything you can buy, and you made them yourself. These are perfect for a weekend brunch, an easy grab-and-go breakfast during the week, or a sweet afternoon treat with a cup of coffee or tea. You can store them in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 3 days, but I doubt they'll last that long. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. If you try this recipe, let me know how it goes in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more delicious recipes. Happy baking!